Italy has blocked 250,000 doses of coronavirus vaccine bound for Australia overnight amid a growing stoush between the European Union and the pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca. The ban is believed to be the first time Europe has stopped a vaccine shipment to a non-EU country after it tightened rules to safeguard its own supply back in January.
The vaccines were due to be shipped from AstraZeneca's plant near Rome, but Italy denied the export authorisation in the early hours of this morning. It comes on a day that was supposed to be a public relations triumph, with Australia's first jab of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine to be given in the regional town of Murray Bridge, east of Adelaide. But first of all, to Europe correspondent Samantha Hawley. So, Sam, this is a developing story. What do we know about the reason behind the block?
Well, we know that this is Europe flexing its muscles. We know that this is the new Italian Prime Minister living up to his promise to the Italian people that he will ramp up the vaccination program. Now, he is able to block the transfer of these vaccines to Australia because the EU Commission introduced new regulations in January to say that governments would have the final say whether or not vaccines would be exported to other nations. The European Commission, interestingly, did not stop him doing that. They did have the power to do that, but chose not to. Now, we have had, in the last little while, a press release from the Italian government, and it has given a number of reasons for its decision-making. First and foremost is that it does not consider Australia to be a vulnerable nation. That is, Australia does not have a high level of COVID-19. Italy, the argument is, needs these vaccines far more urgently than a nation like Australia. The second reason from the Italian government is that there is a low supply of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine in nation at the moment. And of course, there's been a big stoush between European nations, between the European Commission and AstraZeneca, because AstraZeneca has not been able to deliver exactly what it promised in terms of the doses and the timing. So there has been a stoush in the past relating to that. But Italy, flexing its muscle, and so is the European Union, and that means Australia will be less 250,000 doses of the Oxford vaccine. And
you said there that Astra hasn't delivered on what it was initially contracted to do, and that's actually resulted in really big hold-ups across many EU countries.
Well, that's right, but also Oxford AstraZeneca argues that the European Union were too slow to put in their orders. So there's two sides to that argument as well. And don't forget also that in Europe, Italy, France, Germany, for instance, have said for many, many weeks now that they would not use that vaccine in people over 65. It was over 55 when it came to Italians. They've only just changed their mind on that this week. So they've changed their mind. They now need and desperately need these vaccines. They need the doses of these vaccines. Their vaccination program across Europe has been pretty lacklustre if you compare it to the vaccination program in the UK. Australia is collateral damage, but the Italians have targeted Australia. They've put out a press release to say that Australia, they say, is not vulnerable. They have people dying every day and they need it more.